Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, it might be time for everybody to move to Texas. What? I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere. It don't matter to me. We're 1,000 miles from nowhere. But Texas is where I want to be. Seriously, guys, the U.S. pipeline industry in Texas is booming. Well, that's what the president of the United States said was going to happen. He said the coal mines in West Virginia and Pennsylvania and Eastern Tennessee, Eastern Kentucky was going to explode in growth. And he said that the oil was going to be pumping out of Texas like never before. And that's exactly what is happening. Matter of fact, we have a report that the entire pipeline industry itself is exploding. The United States has created these pipelines that they're selling the technology. They're actually going and installing pipelines all over the world that you can't blow up with a hand grenade or very difficult to sabotage. But in Texas, what? Look, and I'm going to be in Texas twice this year, preaching down in Dallas, Texas, at the Hear the Watchman conference down in Dallas, Texas. That's coming up March 28th through the 31st. I think it's actually March 29th through 31. And go to Hear the Watchman. Go to their website at Hear the Watchman. I'll put it in the link below, okay? And use the promo code Begley20 and save 20% off your ticket do that right now. Just get signed up. Listen, Henry Groover's going to be there. Dr. Irvin Baxter just agreed he's going to be there. I'm going to be there. L.A. Marzulli's going to be there. Russ Dizdar is going to be there. Derek Gilbert's going to be there. Look, please don't, I'm not going to, Carl Gallups, please don't ask me to try to come up with all the names. I can't. Okay, it's just that's how good that conference will be. And it will sell out faster than ever. Okay, so this is the time. Anyway, I'm going to Texas also for another revival with the Rankin family. That's coming up in May, so we'll tell you more about that. I'll be teaming up with L.A. Marzulli and Kevin Wilson Band coming all the way to Texas. So that'd be an awesome weekend revival. We'll tell you about that one. And that's in a different part of Texas. Here's the deal, guys. The oil is booming down there. With the need for additional pipelines rising fast, Texas has become the epicenter of a booming industry. The Lone Star State produces 40% of the national oil production that the Energy Department estimates to be 11.6 million barrels per day. In Texas, companies are investing $40 billion in building or expanding 10,000 miles of pipeline, which is enough pipeline to reach from West Texas to China. And until the end of 2019, at least 3 large pipelines will be put into action, raising the capacity by an additional 2 billion barrels a day. So they're going to go from 11.6 billion barrels a day to 13.6 billion barrels a day being produced in Texas. However, this comes at the time when existing facilities have limited unused capacity. The added pipeline infrastructures will exceed the available capacity at export facilities by a large margin. So, several additional facilities have been announced, each in a different stadium of planning. However, it is likely that not all plans will come to fruition. So here we go. Texas is the place to be for jobs. It is absolutely the place to go if you're looking for jobs and good paying jobs, if you want to get in the oil industry. And so this is the opportunity for some folks, no doubt about that. Pipelines are going everywhere there. And according to James Teague, the CEO of Enterprise Products, anyone can build a terminal, but it's what's behind the terminal that determines its success. In other words, success is the terminal business is as much about securing the barrels as it is about shipping them out. Some companies have an edge due to 2 reasons. Early planning, such as some of these companies that have got started early, they saw it coming. Others are still in the formal permit application phase, but that won't take too long because that's part of that getting rid of the red tape that President Trump did. This was to move oil production to America and let America produce its own oil instead of always buying everything from the Saudis and other parts of the world. I mean, this should have been done 40 years ago. Why did we limit ourselves? And we did it through bureaucracy, through legislation, through environmental EPA regulations. And we just squeezed ourselves and said, oh, we got to buy oil from other people when we have we have more oil in this country than we could ever use till Jesus comes back. Trust me. We'd never need to buy another drop of foreign oil. That's how much we have. Till Jesus comes back. What? So let's open the floodgates, guys, and keep the price of gas. I just spoke to one of my buddies down in Texas. He said, look, I just bought gas this morning, $1.81 a gallon. There's no reason for this $4 a gallon stuff. There's insanity. And that's why France is upside down. This is why Paris is in the worst riots in history, because those the globalists think that they're supposed to just keep raising taxes on people for environmental reasons. With all this bureaucracy, the economy's crashing over there. People have low wages and high unemployment, and then high taxes. Folks, high taxation, low, high taxation. Are you serious? Migration, and then frustration boils over. And the yellow vest protests that you've seen in Paris, France, and throughout France, I look for it to spill over into many countries in Europe before it's all said and done, because the EPA, the European Union, has really messed this thing up. So anyway, tip your cap to Texas. They're doing it right. Are you serious? I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. The Bible says, hurt not the oil and the wine, when the black horsemen of the apocalypse. Oh, you all want to know. What someone said to me, but what does this got to do with Bible prophecy? Oh, I should have started there, right? Because if you're squeezing the production, the Bible says, hurt not the oil and the wine. Black horseman of the apocalypse begins to gallop. Here's what it says, Revelation chapter 6. And when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard the voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. So the food prices are going to fluctuate. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. These are other components of that economy. And certainly the oil production is huge. Okay, let's keep an eye on this, guys. Are you serious? Keep an eye on this. What? Don't miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Live broadcast at my backup channel at Paul Begley Prophecy YouTube channel. So it's my YouTube channel, backup channel, which is Paul Begley Prophecy channel. Also, new live stream, Roku, everywhere. I'll see you guys at 12 noon Eastern.